Welcome to this episode of Distance Learning with the Bakersfield Symphony. Today we'll be looking at the last movement of Mussorgsky's Pictures at an Exhibition entitled The Great Gate of Kiev. Victor Hartmann was the artist behind the drawings and paintings that inspired Mussorgsky to write the piece, and for this movement the original drawing still exists. It's one of a series of drawings depicting designs for an entrance gate to the city of Kiev. The design was made in response to a design competition created by Tsar Alexander II to commemorate his survival of an assassination attempt. The construction project was later called off due to lack of funding, but Hartmann considered this design to be among his greatest works. The gate has many characteristics of classic Russian architecture, the most obvious of which is the shape of the top of the bell tower. You can see that same shape in many other Russian buildings. The gate was obviously made to be large and grand, a sight to see rather than simply a structure to serve a function. The gate would also house a small church, whose bells you can see in Hartmann's drawing. Hartmann's gate was designed to represent the greatness of the country of Russia, and Mussorgsky puts his own patriotic feelings into his music. As you're listening, write down what mood or feelings you think the music is showing, or what you think Mussorgsky is trying to communicate about his beloved country. We'll just listen to the very beginning of the movement. What did you think? It sounds grand and glorious to me, mighty and powerful and beautiful. This is how Mussorgsky is musically representing the might of Russia, and you can tell he has a deep love and respect for his country. The melody that you heard in that section will return several times throughout the movement. There's also a section of music that represents the church attached to the gate. This section of music is styled in the same way that hymns are traditionally written in Christian churches. As we listen, I'd like you to once more write down the mood or feelings that the music is showing. What did you think? Quite a contrast from the strong, powerful theme in the previous section. This music is quiet, peaceful, and contemplative, appropriate for a church setting, certainly. We're going to go ahead and listen to the entire movement now. It's a little bit longer than many of the other movements, about 5.5 minutes. Mostly you'll hear the music switch back and forth between the Great and Grand Russia theme and the church music theme. But there are a couple of other things I want you to be on the lookout for. Think of it as a musical scavenger hunt. Mussorgsky inserts the Promenade Theme into the middle of this movement. See if you can hear it as you're listening. Remember, the Promenade Theme is the melody that represents Mussorgsky walking from one painting to the next in the exhibition of Hartmann's artwork. And just in case you've forgotten, it sounds like this. The other thing I want you to listen for is bells. Remember the bell tower in Hartmann's design of the gate? The sound of bells is actually incorporated into the music. See if you can hear them. hope you've enjoyed learning about pictures at an exhibition. It's one of my all-time favorite pieces of music, and I've really enjoyed exploring it in a little more depth with you. I really encourage you to take some time and listen to the entire piece of music all the way through. In the description of the video, I've linked to a few different options on YouTube for watching a full performance, or you can visit the Bakersfield Symphony website at bsonow.org/distance learning, and you'll be able to find the links there as well. I do have a couple of follow-up activities for you relating to this movement specifically, but even if you don't do any of these, I still strongly encourage you to watch a full performance of the piece. 1. Parts of this movement depict Mussorgsky's love and respect for his country. If you were to write music about the United States, or another country of your choosing, what would it sound like? Provide a specific description, giving details such as if the music would be loud or soft, using more high pitches or low pitches, if it would be fast or slow, what instruments you would use, and what mood or emotion it would be depicting. 2. This movement is the ending and grand finale to the entire piece of music. As a whole, Pictures at an Exhibition is a tribute to the life and artwork of Victor Hartmann, whom Mussorgsky was good friends with. As the culmination of the entire piece, what does this movement say about Hartmann, or Mussorgsky's feelings about Hartmann? If you've gone through all the video lessons or listened to the piece as a whole, what does the piece as a whole say about Hartmann? Thanks for watching. While this is the last video in our series on Pictures at an Exhibition, we'll still have distance learning videos coming out weekly. Be sure to check back to see what's next.